editorial. Oscar winner Nicole Kidman continues to revel in her Best Actress win. Old friend Russell Crowe has compared her to legendary actress Katharine Hepburn. For Nicole now, it's back to work.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nicole Kidman.
It's normally Hollywood's big party night. Oscar winners become celebrity guests. But not last night. Celebrity self-indulgence was out. The war casting a sombre mood over the ceremony. Nicole Kidman wasn't seen afterwards, preferring the company of her parents. But she'd forgotten someone in the acceptance speech.
Yeah, but I left my dad out and I didn't mean to, so I'm adding him now.
It had been an emotional night for the 35-year-old. Nicole nearly didn't go, and many thought Renee Zellweger would take home the Oscar.
By a nose, Nicole Kidman.
And my daughter said, I knew you'd win. And I said, I didn't.
Kidman feels it was appropriate for the Oscars to go ahead despite the war, and she says shooting the hours was the most rewarding experience of her career.
Where's the nose? Well, it was actually a different nose every day. But I was given a silver nose by the producers when we wrapped. I'll have that.
Nicole's already left LA for New York, where she's shooting Birth, her new film with Lauren Bacall and Anne Heche. Then it's off to promote Cold Mountain, co-starring close friend Jude Law. In Hollywood, Mitchell Catlin, 7 News.
And the Aussie winners keep on coming. Our victorious World Cup cricketers have arrived in Perth to a hero's welcome and a street parade.
Arm in arm, this is a team that has set a new benchmark in cricket. They've even been described as the best ever. And as Advance Australia Fair belted out in Perth city centre, our cricketers savoured their World Cup success.
Yeah, it was a big night. A bit bigger for some than others, but we managed to get through okay.
But not even a hangover could dampen the spirit of the Australians as thousands crammed for a view of the Cup winners. There were so many success stories from this squad, including Queenslander Andy Bickle and the man who intimidated and wreaked havoc for 6 weeks, New South Wales speedster Brett Lee.
There's times we batted really like excellent. There's times we were bowled really well, and there's times we were fielded really well. But we've aimed at that sort of perfect match. And I think it came in that last game.
But an ominous warning from coach John Buchanan, who has again got on the record saying this side can improve even more.
We could look across every aspect of our game, and I think every aspect can actually improve. If we couldn't improve, then really we're just going to stagnate.
Our coach John Buchanan's already gone on record after the game saying that he thinks we can improve. So we're interested to know where.
The team now has less than a week at home before their next challenge, a test tour of the West Indies. Jim Wilson, 7 News.
I'll be back with more sport news after this break. To AFL, and Collingwood coach Mick Malthouse has cast doubt over Brisbane's ability to win a 3rd consecutive premiership. Malthouse says the level of improvement needed by the Lions to stay on top might be too great.
The start of the season's only days away, and as expected, the mind games have begun. Magpies coach Mick Malthouse casting doubt over the Lions' ability to keep improving at the rate needed to keep ahead of the challengers.
I think 2 in a row is very, very difficult, and 3 in a row is next to impossible. I'm not saying they can't win it because they are a wonderful football side, but I got a feeling that as good as they are, I don't know whether they can get a great deal better, and I think a lot of sides are coming up underneath.
Growing concerns over the MCG redevelopments, Collingwood skipper Nathan Buckley saying the changed conditions will give tenant clubs a significant advantage.
I think any team or organisation gets the chance to play there often is going to be advantaged by the fact that they get to learn the new conditions.
Malthouse signalling changes to Collingwood's structure, keen to use Nathan Buckley across half forward. The skipper also having to get used to the Pies rotation policy and time on the bench.
I'd be annoyed at him if he was annoyed at me.
Swans veteran Darren Creswell has announced his retirement. A discussion with Paul Kelly last year convincing him to make this season his last.
He went out on top, and that's one thing that I've always wanted to do. I didn't want to play for too long.
And star Melbourne midfielder Adam Uze could miss the season opener against Hawthorn. He's awaiting the birth of his first child. Steve with the Land, 7 News.
In the NRL, the family of Canberra Raiders utility Michael Monaghan wants Tigers forward Luke O'Donnell to pay for his actions when he faces the NRL judiciary tomorrow night. Monaghan's already had one operation to fix his jaw, which was broken in 2 places when he was struck by O'Donnell during Saturday evening's game. Monaghan's father says the judiciary must send a message on foul play.
Unfortunately, Luke's going to have to stand up and take the punishment.
O'Donnell faces a suspension of up to 3 months. Checking the weather now, there are isolated showers developing over the Queensland-New South Wales border. Cloud 2 in the west, it's bringing showers and localised storms. A weak high extends from Hobart to the New South Wales coast. Another weak trough is approaching Adelaide. Brisbane, sunny and 28, some cloud in Sydney. Canberra, Hobart and Melbourne all fine, sunny and 29 for Perth. Darwin, 33 degrees. That's the news to now. Sunrise will have the latest on the war from 6 a.m. We'll leave you tonight with Heath Ledger, Naomi Watts and Joel Egerton at the Sydney premiere of Ned Kelly. I'm Paula Voce. Good night.